live. There we go. Great American morning, people. Cell phone's good to go over here. There we are. Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's working. Okay. I don't know why I didn't think that was working. There we go. Okay. Mel, great to see you this morning. Let me
Hello.
get a little
Great.
closer look at that hat, though. Let me see that.
It's the same hat. I think we've talked about it before.
Okay, cool. I was like, I think I recognize that, but I was like, just in case. Just in case.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, great American morning to you.
American morning to you all out there. Thank you for joining us, those who are already here. I would love you got to put your name in the comments for me though, guys, because I see like some watching, but for some reason StreamYard does not like to tell us who's watching. So the best thing you can do is just give us a
Yeah.
little comment, you know?
Just say, hey, what's up?
Exactly. Nothing crazy. I don't you don't need your social security. We just need a hello.
Although I read a pretty interesting article this morning from the PCA, and it's all about generational bands.
Oh gosh. All right, what's happening? Uh-oh.
Well, so the first generational band started in New Zealand
Yes.
when, yeah. So I believe you were the one who told me that too in the beginning. And well, then apparently California got a hold of it. They put a bill in. Then Tennessee got a hold of it. They put a bill in. Now Massachusetts got a hold of the idea, and they're putting a bill in. And I think at one point during this article, it even said, like, this is how bad ideas get spread. But
It's
it goes it goes on to explain, all the repercussions that are going to happen to an economy, as these generational bans happen. And I'll tell you, one of the most compelling arguments I think that they made was about how they tax tobacco so hard. If you're taxing tobacco so hard and you're making so much money to be able to fuel law enforcement, to be able to, you know, take up some crime. Not only that, but you're also squeezing out the revenues of lots of workers. You're going to have lots of factory workers and everything else that are going to be, then that's going to create somewhat of a black market because everybody starts to get dirty whenever they get bled to death. And what else is that going to create? Well, law enforcement has no more money. We have more crime. I mean, it's like a whole cluster effing of stuff.
I could not agree more. Honestly, it makes perfect sense what you're saying. And there's actually I don't know if it's a true story, but I believe it's just an anecdote to explain these kind of situations, and it involves Yellowstone National Park. So
Okay.
Yellowstone noticed, or the people who run Yellowstone noticed back in the day that there was a bunch of wolves, and they're like, "Oh man, there's too many wolves. They're going to kill all the elk and the deer in the area." And if they all die, it's going to be real bad for everything. It's a terrible, terrible plan. So they end up hunting the wolves in the area until there's almost none left. Like they are either completely gone or they are so scarce people aren't seeing them anymore. So they think,
Yeah.
well, that's a win. I mean, we did a good job. We got rid of a dangerous element in the area. But what they didn't take into account was that the deer population started growing exponentially, and other animals started growing exponentially, animals that usually would be taken out by the wolves. And as they grew in population, the grass area started to deplete, and around the rivers, since there was no grass, there was no foliage to hold together, the rivers started breaking down in certain areas,
Yeah,
causing
exactly.
flooding and other problems.
Yep.
Yeah. And once they realized what was going on and all the vegetation was dying and people weren't wanting to come check out a just destroyed park, like, oh, I know what we can do. What if we bring in some wolves so we can hunt these things? So
And so
it's just,
naturally, you know what that's called? That's called straight up capitalism. Because when the bourgeoisie is the only factor that can fuel the cycle and then also destroy the cycle and then go back to fuel the cycle again, that's exactly what capitalism economics are. There you
I
go.
mean, I don't think it's a perfect system, like capitalism. We've got our flaws, but it's the best fucking system out there. I'm sorry. Um, if everybody, puts
These are
into
just
it, yeah.
economical facts. And actually, I don't think it would be even, there wouldn't, like, plateauing would definitely not be a very good system at all.
No, no, it just gosh, it hurts my head when these like common sense things just fall to the wayside. Like you're saying, like, okay, you're taxing tobacco, but let's get rid of it, and not have any kind of backup plan in which how we can afford to pay for things that people we need police, obviously, and you need
Yeah.
some way to pay them, and you don't want to continue to raise prices on everything else because
Not
you
only
need
that,
food.
let's just imagine what that tax deficit's gonna, I mean, that's not actually gonna be looking any better. That's just gonna get worse because it's not just the law enforcement that's feeling that, or that's gonna feel that. I mean, it's
No.
a nine. I mean, it's almost 200%. Obviously, in other countries, but even, up. What is it in What's it in New York? Is the New York the highest or California the highest?
Oh, I actually want to say Hawaii is the highest. I think we are
Mm,
second, and then New York.
wow.
And
Well,
Utah is also very high up there. I believe those are the four highest, but the order kind of switches whenever they decide that we'll try to one up each other.
how
Um,
much would be so? What do you think the one in Hawaii is?
oh God, actually, I'll find that out real quick. I will just go ahead and look it up
Now
because
think about this. Can you imagine a 51-year-old being able to buy a cigar? Okay, so this is a generational ban, meaning that at one point in time, there can be somebody standing in line who has the, I guess, what did he call it? The competency to be able to make an adult decisions or whether buy tobacco or not buy tobacco. He's 51. Now here's a 50-year-old who has been generationally banned, and now they're no longer, and that guy can't buy tobacco. I mean, I don't even know if it's a black market or if it's gonna be like a whole bunch of speakeasies, where people are gonna definitely find a way to still smoke. Could you imagine, like
oh yeah,
giving, and you know how what they say about, you're not supposed to buy for minors, but sometimes you have little kids hanging outside gas stations or whatnot, trying to get people to buy them cigarettes. And could you imagine your 50-year-old friend going, dude, can you go to the store for us? Get us some cigars. Like,
I if it ever happens, I promise I don't care how much I love cigar. I'm not gonna stand outside of a lounge
oh,
and like try to hand money to I guess yeah, 71-year-old or a 51-year-old when
yeah.
I'm 50 and like, dude, just help me out. Come on, I'm old enough. I promise.
Oh my God, it's so weird.
It hurts my head, these ideas. It really does.
And just to be
Especially
able
when
to
like,
keep up with all those, I mean, we'd have to carry IDs around with us all the time.
oh yeah, you'd have to have a special. Oh God.
Oh my God, what is that thing coming after me? I knew it looks very aggressive this morning. It must have whooped somebody pissed in its Cheerios. God.
Are you
Oh, do
on
you
the
see
Hornets
him?
or the Wasp chair again?
Yes, I thought it was gone, but it's not. Do you see him? He's right there he's sitting right where I'm sitting. He's just hanging around there. You probably can't see him.
I can't see him, but oh, okay, I think I saw it. Oh shit.
Yeah. I don't know. He's like, I guess I smell good or something. I don't know.
I
Such a,
could believe that.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I still hear you. No worries. No worries. My God, though, like those
I
things are
know.
just they're coming for you.
That one was. It was like, get out of my chair, B. I'm like, well, all right. All you had to do was ask. Go away. What is wrong with you? Mm, Now I don't even know where to sit anymore. He went away, but I bet he'll be back. Little effer.
No, no,
They
no.
they lie. Okay. I'm gonna sit right here.
Switching it up. Okay, there we go.
Oh no. There looks like a nest right there. Oh my god, they're everywhere.
What
Okay.
is going on?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if you see me run again,
All
sorry
right, be
about
careful, please.
that.
All right, guys. Real quick though, as we're talking, I am smoking the Hecho en las Calles. That is the Made in the Streets. That is our Habano wrapped Dominican Piloto binder, Dominican African Cameroon, and Pennsylvania Ligero fillers. It is a spicy, delicious mix. Not too heavy, but it's gonna let you know it's there. It's definitely medium plus. And I am smoking the 6x60 size right now, just because I can, because I am free in America this morning, and I'm allowed to do those things. And poor Mel's dealing with the situation right now. So I promise you, she's with us.
I
She's gotta
know.
handle the business.
I
She's gotta
just
handle the
don't know
business.
why did they want to like just come this way.
I
Okay,
think you need
maybe.
someone to murder those things for you.
I know. Well, I keep trying to murder him, and somehow I'm always missing one. He's always
All
coming
it
back.
takes. Little bastards, that's all it takes.
I don't know. All right, I'm actually smoking a Isaka Brulee Blue. Hey, and my
Very
fingernails.
nice. That is a great call for the morning right there. Not too
I thought
heavy,
so.
great with coffee. Oh man. Yeah.
Yep. Courtesies of the world famous cigar bar. So they have a really nice variety. You can never find these normally. So if you guys are in the Fort Myers, Cape Coral area, be sure to stop by.
Heck yeah. Which it's crazy, especially here in California. It's harder to find a couple of Dunbarton cigars because the price, like we are talking about with taxes, it
Hmm.
makes the price unfavorable for lighter cigars. So it makes it very hard to stack all the ones you want because a lot of like those milder blends can be very nice. They can still have a lot of flavor to them,
Yeah.
but because there are so many of them, and because the price point gets prepped up by 62%, I think we're at right now, 63%, it makes it less likely you're gonna grab that one versus something heavier and a little more bang for the buck as far as strength goes.
Hmm.
And it's a disappointment because they're really good cigars. They're phenomenal.
Yeah, I just find that these are very much well liked, and I guess I just thought they were a little bit more exclusive. So when they get there, they're usually gone in no time.
It's a good point too, because yeah, when people know the quality, they're gonna buy them up, and I
Yeah.
think that goes across the board.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Fuente Opus X, it's not a whole lot of them sitting around not being bought.
No, no, it's just it is what it is kind of thing, which is a good thing at the same time. I mean, I would love to be able to go in and just get one whenever I want, but if you know, you know, and it's gonna disappear. That's just facts.
You know. Where is everybody this morning?
I see you guys watching Byron, Dale, John. Now I can see names because I'm also on the Facebook. What do you call it? And I see
Mm.
some of you guys watching, but nope. I see zero comments, people. I apologize if you are busy and I am just harassing you basically to say something,
Well, I
but I
think
do appreciate you watching.
a good harassment in the morning is not a bad thing. Well, we had a pretty good little. I mean, I think that generational ban is quite an interesting topic because it's
Oh,
like it's almost like you're one of the things that I fell in love with Carlito is that he didn't really just give in to people needing money in the third world countries. He was actually doing something where it was going to produce like an economy or bring it out of a third world country. And a lot of times when we go to war, we'll just pull out and we don't try to help them rebuild. But rebuilding other countries is actually in our better benefit, anyways. Not
yeah, long
leaving
run, long run thinking.
exactly. And so it's just kind of like another thing where it's like they're just gonna take, just ban just do a generational ban and then not really know what all of the consequences are gonna be.
Mm, yeah, yeah, that's the government in a nutshell, though, really, right there. Like long-term thinking is not usually in their benefit because they've got what's what I'm looking for. They have the terms. You have to worry about your terms. So if you can't get something done within your timeline, no one's gonna want to re-elect you. It's just kick the problem down the road for the next guy once you are out of terms, which I think
Yeah.
we need. This is totally off left field. But we need term limits for a lot of these people, like not just the president. Like I think everyone needs term limits.
Well, yeah. I mean, for sure. I think there's term limits for most of everything, but it's maybe a little bit longer than we want in some versus
And it's probably yeah,
others.
that makes the most sense right there. Hey Byron, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. And then speaking of the ban, let's do our first trivia question then. And Mel gave the answer already, so you guys know it. What country had the first generational ban on tobacco? And we will let you put that in the comments again. Watch now, watch later, put it in now, put it in later. Whenever you answer the question, you're still gonna get the point. All right. So just put it in the comments. That's all you got to do. What country had the
Put it in
first
the
generational ban?
comments. Put it in the comments. So, yeah, generational bands not going to be any good for us.
I missed that part. I'll have to watch again. No worries, brother. Yeah, it is there. It's pretty much in the first like 7 minutes, I would say, no longer than that. So it's not too far in. But the conversation pretty much went. They want to ban us. They're trying to get rid of us. The conspiracy is not a conspiracy. It's real. All right, it is real.
Yeah. I mean, Tennessee, of course, Tennessee would have been the first place to do that. But this is not just a ban like on the Clean Air Act, okay? Yes, we have to take precautions. We have to think of wellness. I mean, we have to do a lot of things. That all has to do with our society and the way that we pay for insurance and what insurances are covering and how that affects big companies and pharma and so yes, there is a lot to be said about definitely taking precautions on inhalation and addiction and all those things, but we also have to think about this is against our just civil liberties to be able to do what we please without harming others, and smoking a cigar in your backyard is not going to harm anybody else, and we're not teaching them to inhale, so and the studies are not really showing that there's some major impacts of health issues going on with cigars, although they blanket us with the ones that do
Everything.
have,
Yeah,
you know.
that's the problem right there. And
Hmm.
did you have a chance to watch that FDA PCA um live stream they did about the study about the cigar study?
No, I don't think so.
Everything
Where's
that they came up with was either inconclusive or no effect, and that was all about cigars. So it was just focused on cigars. Like, well, we don't see any problems, but maybe we should study more. Like,
Yeah,
then you don't see any problems. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like you gotta. I do understand that they don't see any problems, but they want to do more research because of the amount of damage that cigar or cigarette smoking can do to a person, and the way that is done kind of in the past. So I mean, I believe that that's going to be definitely a bias like idea of what especially if they're not into cigars and they're not educated on cigars. So I can definitely see that, but that guy's probably going back to his little cigar lounge and smoking up right after he makes that decision. Like, it's not important today. Think about
yeah.
that tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I'll worry about this another day. I'm gonna just enjoy this here. I like Byron's question here. He's got one for us. What weed, if you have a yard, in your yard is edible? If I remember correctly, dandelions are edible.
What is a honeysuckle?
I don't think that's a weed though. I think that's a flower, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
Maybe, but
maybe.
I'm going dandelion. That is my answer for that one.
Dandelion. Dandelion's edible. Huh. I don't know. A weed.
Ah, wait, who got it right though? Is it dandelions or is it what do you call it? Honeysuckles. Because honeysuckles, I'm pretty positive you're right too though. Those are edible. I just don't know if it's a weed or not. I mean, I was in ag, but that was years ago. and my botany skills are not what they should be. I apologize out there.
He said
Um,
good. All he said was good job. Like, what?
who got it right? Oh man.
Yeah.
Either way, we did it. So I'm gonna say win for both of us. Boom.
I think it's right with yours. I don't know if I mean I guess yeah, I don't know if honeysuckles are a weed or not either. I don't think we ever
Either.
planned we never planted honeysuckles. They just showed up. So it's not like it could be a weed.
Well, in
Oh
that
my
case,
god.
in
Where's yours?
California, tomatoes are a weed too. Then because
They just show up.
it literally my backyard when I was a kid, like I think it must have been after a barbecue or something. We must have thrown tomatoes around or something, or someone dropped them. Because one day there was a giant ass tomato plant, and they were delicious. Those good
Oh my
tomatoes.
god. That's funny. What do you say? Okay. Yeah, I
Okay, here
don't
we go.
consider honeysuckles weed. I remember we used to pull the center out of those. Yeah. So I don't. So then, wait. Are we still wrong? I mean, God.
Used to
It's
pull the center out of those and kind of guess taste the sap of. Yeah, yeah, we totally did the same thing. I remember doing that as a kid because they grew at um
but I
the
never
church.
remember wanting to eat a dandelion. I don't know. I guess they're edible, but I never wanted to eat one. Now I got
I
to Google
just
this. Is a
I guess
honeysuckle a weed?
not.
Because he's not exactly. He's still. I don't know. What
I'm
was the
assuming though that means
question?
the dandelion wins though. The dandelion is they are definitely edible. I know that because some fancy places will use that. Not unlike
I like how
restaurants
he's.
using snails.
I like how he says if you have a lawn. Like what? Ugh.
Like, you gotta have a yard for to have weeds. If you don't, you mean your house is really dirty if you're growing weeds inside somehow. Like that's
Yeah.
impressive.
So it's so funny, here it is like 9:30 and we're on almost 9:30, not quite. But I'm on the show and this is when I'm up at like 7 a.m. to tell you the truth. I know it's wild, but it's happening. And
Uh,
now I'm getting all my good mornings and like hellos at 9:30 and I'm like, gosh. I'm like, where have you guys been? It's 2.5 hours later.
well,
Hilarious.
I gotta be up at 5:30 so we can make this happen. All right. So I will say my hellos don't come for still
Two
another almost hour. Oh my God.
I don't blame you there. I mean, it is kind of crazy how, like, last night you're like, you said yesterday, you're like, I'll call you back at 1 o'clock. And I'm like, 1 p.m. I'm like, he means his 1 p.m. Never mind. That's another 3 hours away from now.
Shit, my
Oh
bad.
my
Okay, yeah.
God.
I always forget the friggin' time difference when I'm just saying
I do
stuff like,
too. It's
uh,
terrible.
no,
All
no.
right.
Well, you know
We're
what?
going to,
That just leaves us more time to do math, and I probably should do more math. I feel like
yeah.
I'm slipping.
Byron is out there in the Midwest. He might be some help over there in the Arizona area. I know he travels.
Okay, okay.
Did you guys know Wayne Newton is coming to Immokalee? Immokalee is like this casino in the middle of the swamplands of like Immokalee, Florida. And it's a casino, but they don't have all they have is slots. That's all you can. No, I think they have. No, they have card tables, but it's somehow regulated a little bit more. But oh my god, it's so funny. So Wayne Newton is coming to play. He's 82 years old. I mean, when do you get tired? And he's saying the same songs over and over and over and over and over.
That's impressive. That he's
Really is.
performing in his 80s. That is, I applaud that, gentleman. There, excellent work, because that is hard to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's 10 years, that's 12 years older than Carlito. He just turned 70. Like, I, there's people who die in their 80s.
Yeah, I don't, well, if I'm that active, I want to live that long. If I'm not, nah, I'm good.
No, if I'm living that long, I better still be active. If I'm not, if I'm still alive and not living, please, like somebody throw me out with the bathwater at that point.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm sorry, but yeah, I definitely agree. So then look at like oh my gosh, Mel Brooks. He's very old and he's still doing his thing. Sylvester Stallone, I think, turned 84, and
But
he's got a
Mel
new TV
Brooks,
show.
oh yeah, now Sylvester Stallone is still kicking it with but yeah, he still looks like he could put on an action film. I mean, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger's still making action films. You know, they probably have a couple of doubles, but AI probably takes care of that too. It's like, oh, you're out of breath. AI that. Sylvester,
Yeah,
you know what? They could probably just put Sylvester Stallone. He probably has so much like so much content out there on the internet that he could probably they could probably just AI him into a movie and make the movie, and then boom, there's Sylvester Stallone as the star.
you
That's pretty
absolutely
crazy.
could. Oh, that's the scary. You absolutely could. Oh my gosh. Now I'll hear Donkey Shane in the back. I love that song though.
Right? What if I just created this like Instagram account where it's like every picture I'm standing next to Sylvester Stallone? Hey.
Just Mel and the celebrities. Every celebrity you could ever think of, Mel.
The
Oh, I'm
ones
here
that
next
smoke
to
cigars. Put cigars. I'll even put one Queen of England. You know, me standing next to Queen of England, her taking
smoking a
a
cigar.
yes.
Gosh. Oh,
Oh my
here's
god.
Mel and the Taco Bell Chihuahua from back in the day smoking cigars together. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
You okay,
Oh,
Taco Bell?
I know this is controversial here, and I'm gonna go there right now, guys. I know it's early for this, but I hate Taco Bell. I love that dog. I miss that dog. It's adorable. It's a funny commercial.
Well, I mean, look at all these commercials where they have finally come up with a mascot, you know? And then the mascot's not really a mascot, it's an actress that hit big, who got a really nice part, you know? Let's go with Progressive. You've got
Yeah.
Flo. Now you've got the Wendy's commercial, who's got, you know,
Oh, that one
that
chick.
girl.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
we
know
don't
her name.
even,
Yeah.
yeah, she just became the Wendy's chick. Let's see, who else is there? There
My
are
favorite.
dogs. Which one?
She is from, I think it's the AT&T commercials. I don't
Yes.
know her name either, but she's gorgeous. And if
Yep.
anyone knows who that is, yeah,
Yep.
I
She's a
probably
good
would be
one.
too nervous to talk to her. So, yeah, oh well.
What about the older gentleman who does the this we don't want to be like our parents commercials? You know,
Yeah, no, no, no.
he's
Don't
like,
stare at them. Stop that.
yes,
Yes.
stop.
That guy.
Don't ask him. Don't talk to the gentleman behind you, okay? Oh my god.
Love that.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go in. We're gonna act like we're not gonna be our parents. Okay, everybody get together. Did you see the parking spot we just got? Oh my god, that parking spot! Look at this parking spot. We got a great parking spot. No, okay, guys, let's all go inside now. We're gonna move away from the parking spot.
Don't show them pictures of your kids. No, you don't need to show the pictures of your kids.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
that is not how you take a selfie.
But I love it so much. Oh, so
And how
funny.
about he got to be in a commercial with Ice Cube? I mean, like when I see all this stuff go down on television, I'm just like, dang, that's super cool.
It works
That's
though. People
yep.
people come up with some funny ideas for commercials these days, and
Oh
I
my gosh.
appreciate it.
Yeah, totally. I'm trying to think who else is some mascots that are some dogs that have been. Well, no, you got the Target dog. That was definitely the dog from Target.
I mean, I think
But
I don't know if it's the original, but they've got the dogs I think of. You got Spuds McKenzie for the beer brand, and you have
yeah.
the Bush's Baked Beans dog.
Oh
Those
yeah,
commercials were ridiculous.
he was the best. That's true.
All right. Well, then here I'm gonna hit you guys with two more trivia questions, and these ones are again these are more your opinion ones. All right. So if you're watching this, whenever you get a chance, I want you to put it in the comments. First one is going to be, who is your favorite commercial mascot? You got the, oh gosh, what is his name? The most interesting man in the world. You got the caveman. You've got friggin'
Oh,
Ronald McDonald himself. Who is your
yep.
favorite commercial mascot?
Commercial mascot.
And then, second question here. This goes back to the performing because how old you said he was 82, right?
Yeah, he's 82.
82. Okay, so if that dude can still perform at that age, then surely me and Mel can perform for you guys at some point. So here, it's gonna be for either one of us, this one. Yeah,
What?
yep, yep. I'm going here. I'm going here. What song would you want to hear Mel sing at karaoke? Boom. Or myself, but I'm gonna pick on Mel more. What song would you want to hear one of us sing at karaoke?
Oh my god. That's so funny. I had a dream the other day that I was singing karaoke.
I love
But
karaoke, all right? I need some drinks beforehand, but I do love
I used to work at this old dive bar whenever I was in college, and I'd be behind the bar, and of course these old gentlemen, they get back there, they get on, be sitting at the bar, and they'll be like, "Oh, we'll give you $20 to go sing us a song, little lady." And I'm like, "Okay,
it. Yeah. Heck yeah.
sure," And so I'd sing either, which I don't know if I can say this now. The song that I would sing would be one by Faith Hill, which I cannot remember. But, I can't remember the name of the song. And then, the other one was "Let's Get It On" by Marvin Gaye.
Love that song though. Beautiful song.
Those are my 2 songs. Oh, yes. So, hilarious.
Both solid choices. But all right, guys, we are at time right now. We will let you go for today. Thank you for those watching, but do me a favor in the comments, just drop where you are, where you're watching from. Right? I want you guys to participate with us. But we will catch you
Yeah.
tomorrow. Mel, anything you want to make sure people know before we go?
Um, nope, just, follow us, guys, share the videos, try to get more people to watch us in the mornings, and have a great Thursday, almost Friday.
I like it. I like it. All right, guys, have a great one. Have a great American morning, and we'll see you tomorrow.